Hey, this is my school life. We'll just give you a hand view. My backpack. People, my bike, and me, and my backpack. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a drawing of Tododile, since it's just practice, and I think I should move somewhere so that way you can actually move. So let me do that real quick. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, I'm in the hallway. See? Yeah, probably not the best place to do this, but it's more quiet than out where I was. Yeah, we are going to start with Tododile, just for practice, so that way you guys can see what I do whenever I do these tutorials, and I'm not in a good position. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with his head. This one is fairly easy, so, and this is also my first time doing this for a very long time. Do like a little top of his head right here, and then you go down, and you'll see why it looks so small right now. Alright, now we're going to start with his nose. So, we're just going to soften this up, and that's the band right there. They're practicing for this concert. I'm not in band. I can't play an instrument to save my life. And there are random people coming. I know, it's so awkward. And now we're going to start at the snap of his nose. Alright, you see him? Yeah. And that is probably varsity cheerleaders coming in. Just to make that. Yeah, that was varsity cheerleader. I'm also not a cheerleader. I'm on the dance team. It's alright, I will say that. I don't know. I just got on. It's my first and last year on it. Anyways, continuing. So you see what I have so far is just an outline. I know he looks like a duck, but we're going to make him look like a Tododile. So it's like, yeah. There we go. Although it doesn't look like that right here, right now, but we're just going to have to deal with it. Just make that bigger. And now we're going to do the shading, kind of. That's what I call it, like the inside, because it's the contour. And remember, I haven't done this in forever. You can talk to my friends. I've been busy with schoolwork. And, yeah. Also, my last video, whatever I said on there is practically true. And it looks like we're going to have to make this even bigger than I thought. And that's going to be the tip of his nose right there. Even though it's right here, remember it's a shadow, so it's going to look different. I'll show you an example of one of my old ones. This picture right here. It looks weird if you just do the outline, but when you do the inline, it's going to look like an actual Charmeleon. That one's not one of my best, but it's gonna have to do. My job's better! Yay! So, back to what we were doing. Tododile. It's a school one, so I'm not really... Okay, so this part right here is probably going to be the trickiest. You just do this little line right here, and I'm pretty sure the angle is a lot bigger, but just for now, we're going to make that. Okay. Make that a little bit longer, and then we're going to connect this because I totally miscalculated my nose. So and we're just going to close that in. See? I think it kind of looks like a Tododile. Looks more like a shoe, kind of, in a way. So now we're going to do the eyes. My eyes are green right now. They change color, so depends on what day it is. My mood right now, I'm kind of pissed off. And other stuff, but other than that, they're usually like a grayish. But for now, we're going to do a black and white for Tododile. So his eyes look kind of interesting. They're not like other Pokemon. It's gonna start right here. Remember, I kind of miscalculated, so it's gonna look awkward for a second. And it's gonna go down. I think for now we're gonna make it smaller. And we're going to actually start on this part right here. This part is going to go up.
Yeah, I was supposed to go to therapy today, like with Cheryl. I'm just going to say I had a math real and missed it.
Are they still there?
That's my excuse. Why didn't you go to that? Math. I've been to like 8 math reviews.
Is it kind of looking like it? Too small? Oh, don't worry, it's gonna look a whole lot better. Perks of being on the ground. But for now, we are going to make it bigger. In other cases, I would, since this is my first time actually showing you guys, I'm actually going to do it smaller. And then we have a little straight line right here, because this part right here is curved and this part is straight, and we don't want to make it all the way curved because that's not what he looks like. So it's a little straight line, no biggie, and I promise you it will look a whole lot better once I shade it in. Just give me some time right here, we're almost done. And now we are going to do the black part of his eye. If you're not familiar with Tododile, he kind of has this like huge gap where the white line is. That's kind of like where his eye is. And make sure that this isn't all the way at the end, right here. Make sure it's a little bit above, or else the little, it has to go together. So that's why I'm doing it. Alright, you see it now? It's the nose that's really getting me. I'm sorry, you guys, this is my first time. So whatever comments that you have telling me, oh my god, it looks like a piece of crap, or any other censored stuff, please let me know, because that's the only way that's going to make me better at doing this stuff, and your opinion is always needed. Yay! So now that we're done with the outlining, we are going to now shade, which is probably the best part and the part that makes everything go together. Now, I don't think I mentioned it in my first video, but this art is called minimalism. It's hard to describe. To me, it's like the details. Like, you don't use any of the details. Like my shirt right here, all this is detail. And minimalism is the exact opposite. You get the most general, but you have like some key components in like the facial structure or whatever you're doing to know that it's that thing, like the charmeleon. Even though there weren't as many details like the shadowing and the color, you still know that it was a charmeleon, even though it was pretty bad. My best example would probably be my Me Too. That's on my Instagram. And hold on, I have another one. Even though it's not as shaded, I guess you guys know which one it is. One of my favorites, personally. Absolutely. I mean, you get what I'm kind of saying. It's like, it's kind of like doing an outline, but like adding a little twist to it. So, let's get to the shading. I'm awful at eyes, actually. I know it's not the best, but I hope you get what I'm doing for this tutorial. And I'm sorry I can't like do it on a window or something, so that way you guys can actually follow me. So we're just gonna have to do it this way until I find out a way to do it, so that way you guys can follow me. And it's signed. Hope you guys like.